By this point, you're hopefully starting to feel pretty good about graphing absolute values. The rules that we've learned in the past few videos are absolutely huge. They're handy, they come up a lot, and they make your job a lot easier in general. However, it's important not to get carried away, and it's important to realize when the rules do not work. This is an absolute value graph right here that would not work with our rules. The reason for that being, when we were talking about having an a, like a number being multiplied, that was always on the outside of the absolute value. So we'd see maybe something where it's just an x on the inside. The number multiplied is on the outside. In this problem, we have a number being multiplied on the inside. So number multiplied on the inside is bad. Bad in the sense that the rules don't work. So anytime you see a number being multiplied on the inside with x, that's not good news because our nice rules, like this does not go left 6. It doesn't work like that when you have a number being multiplied on the inside. There is a workaround for that, but at this point in the school year, I don't think I'm going to go into that. That's something that'll be best served later on after we've learned a little more about factoring and so on. It's just not worth it right now. So what I'm going to say for this is that we're not going to use our rules because they can't work. You can either graph this by hand, so make a little table like we first learned how to graph with absolute values, or this is a good chance to show you guys how you can graph on the calculator. So, if you recall from a few videos back, the way that you type stuff in the calculator, you go to the y equals menu, and you've got some stuff probably typed in there. I'll zoom in a little bit on this. We're going to type in that equation. So my equation on that one was absolute value. So I'm going to hit I'm going to hit math, over to number, absolute value, and I have negative 3x plus 6. So you type in your equation, and you're going to look at the graph. So here I can see what the graph is actually going to look like. That's the picture of it. I need to figure out where that vertex goes. And my vertex on this graph, just by looking at the tick marks here, appears to be at 2, 0. That's looking like where the vertex goes. However, you can't just eyeball that and say for sure that's where the vertex is. What you have to do is go to the table and get some points. So second, and the table is right here above the up arrow on the same key that says graph. If you do that, it'll take you to a table with all sorts of points in it. And if you look, that point 2, 0 that I thought would be the vertex actually is. 2, 0 is in our table right there. So I'm going to put a dot at 2, 0. Should be right over there. And then I'm just going to pick a few more points. I'm going to pick points nearby, so I can do 3, 3, for example. Let's see. So 3, 3 would be on my graph. As would 2, 0. 1, 3 is also on the graph. So I can get enough points that I can make my graph. If you're at a situation where you have a weird number on the inside that messes things up, go to y equals, type it in, go to the table, and just pick some points off there, enough that you can see the vertex and you can see where the shape is, and that's a good way of working around the rules.